You're watching TimesXP. I'm Driti Atri, and here are the biggest stories making headlines across the globe today. So let's start with it. Shock in the Middle East. Israel carries out an unprecedented airstrike in Doha, Qatar, targeting senior Hamas leaders on foreign soil. Targeting Hamas leadership, the operation aimed at eliminating Hamas's political figure, the top decision maker coordinating attack against Israel. Hamas defiant. Contrary to Israeli claims, Hamas leader Suhail al-Hidi, he appeared on live TV, and that too Qatari TV, unharmed and confident. Leadership still safe. Al-Hindi declared that we survived. Our leadership is safe and in great health, publicly humiliating Israel's military narratives. Public humiliation for Mr. Netanyahu here, a strike planned as a display of strength, has become a diplomatic embarrassment for the Prime Minister, Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu. High-value targets missed. The so-called high-value targets Israel claimed to have struck remains alive and also operational. Netanyahu oversees operation. Israeli PM personally monitored the strike inside a Shin Bet commander center surrounded by intelligence officers. You know why Doha? Because Qatar has long hosted Hamas figures and acted as a mediator in peace negotiations, making the strike politically sensitive. Unprecedented sovereign strike here, hitting targets inside a wealthy Gulf nation during ongoing diplomatic talk is virtually unheard of. Arab nations united. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE and other condemned Israel, creating an unusual show of Arab unity. Regional complications here, analysts warn that the strike could shift power balances and erode Israel's credibility in the Middle East. Unexpected ceasefire acceptance. Following the attack, Mr. Netanyahu accepted a United States proposed ceasefire, raising questions about Israel's strategy. Dual strategy criticized here. Bombing foreign soil while negotiating a ceasefire leaves Israel facing both tactical and diplomatic scrutiny. Diplomacy at risk here, long term. Saudi-Israeli normalization efforts may be jeopardized here as Riyadh aligns with Qatar in condemning Israel. Iran threatens retaliation now. Tehran has warned Israel of consequences, hinting at action through Hezbollah, militia in Iraq, and other proxies as well. Houthis missile launch. Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels launch a hypersonic Palestine 2 missile at Jerusalem minutes after Doha strike, as if they just knew about it. Israeli interception. Israel's air defenses successfully intercepted the missile, and that to midair, preventing casualties but sending a very clear signal. Houthis escalate. Since March 18, Houthis have launched 81 ballistic missiles and 35 drones at Israel, showing their growing capabilities. Israel faces multi-front threat. Beyond Gaza, Israel is now dealing with attacks from Yemen, Lebanon, Hezbollah, and of course, potential Iranian-backed fronts. Saudi-Qatar coordination here. Saudi's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman personally called the Emir of Qatar, pledging full support against Israel's violation of sovereignty. Condemnation of Israel. Riyadh described the strike as criminal violation and warned of grave consequences for future provocations. Arab world speaks in unity now. Be it Iran, Turkey, the UAE and Qatar, they all publicly condemn Israel, signaling a rare collective stance. United States in a very delicate position right now. Washington must balance supporting Israel's military while maintaining relationship with its Arab partners as well. Trump fresh controversy here. Reports suggest that US President Mr. Donald Trump allegedly warned Qatar about the strike before it happened, raising question about US's coordination. Though Qatar denies all the advance warning, Doha claims that it was only informed after the airstrike began, disputing the White House narrative. Risk of multi-front war here. Analysts warn the region could actually see more of such conflicts across Gaza, Lebanon, Yemen and the Red Sea. Cocaine strike in Caribbean. The United States Coast Guard intercepted a high-speed narco boat carrying 13,000 pounds of cocaine, worth over $1 billion. Operation Pacific Viper, well, the boat was destroyed in the water, showcasing Washington's aggressive stance against drug trafficking networks. Venezuela's tension rise again. The US strike follow Venezuelan military drills, rising fear of direct confrontation between the US forces and Mr. Maduro's backed groups. South Korea protest. Hundreds of the students and activists surround the US Embassy in Seoul after 475 Hyundai workers were detained in Georgia, straining their diplomatic relationship. That's all for now. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and come back on TimesXP, same time tomorrow for the latest news that matters the most. I'm Driti Atri. See you next time.